All right, so we're fresh off that Sony State of Play, and I have a lot of thoughts. It was a little interesting. It lasted around 45 minutes. Just so you don't have to watch the 45 minutes, I'm going to speed run through this. But before we hop into the video, my name is Christian. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe down below. With that, let's hop into the video. Alright, so Sony started things off with a couple titles for the PlayStation VR 2. This did just release, so this just makes sense. I'm not a big fan of the PlayStation VR 2, but I think it's really cool for Sony to like let people know that are early adopters that they are investing in this. So that's really cool for them. But for most people, I don't know how much this is gonna sell them on it. I don't think any of these titles are like, oh, I need to rush out and buy a PSVR 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, I just wasn't really interested. The next semi-big announcement was Chia. This is an indie game being released sometime next month. It is going to be available for free if you're subscribed to PlayStation Premium, so that's kind of cool. It does look interesting. It's not a game that I would have checked out, but since I am subscribed to PlayStation Premium, I'm going to give it a shot, see if I like it. But yeah, it looks all in all like a fun, cute adventure type game. So definitely look forward to checking that one out. After that, they announced their next lineup of PlayStation Plus games coming to the subscription services. All in all, they're pretty decent. You have Immortal Phoenix Rising, the Uncharted Legacy games. I saw Ghostwire Tokyo, some pretty decent looking titles. Stuff that I'm glad is there. I'm gonna probably check them out. Then the developer behind Tetris Effect brought us Humanity. This is a puzzle game, I believe. I don't know exactly what I was looking at. I mean, there's a demo. I'll probably try it out, but all in all, I was just very, very confused as to what this is. It doesn't look like a game I'd be interested in, so I don't know. Some people, I guess, is out there liking this one. There's this rhythm game that I don't know what is that they brought out. It's Tales of Volcano High. The art style is cool, but other than that, I don't know who was interested in this. This is like, I think like 10 people out there are like interested in this one. So it's just weird to show titles like this on a showcase or a state of play when I don't know how many people are really that interested in this, you know, especially like PlayStation players typically don't care about games like this. But maybe again, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there's a huge fan base out there for this game. But I don't know. I am not interested in this one. Here's another one that again I think there's a large fan base for Naruto, obviously, but I don't play the Naruto games. I didn't really like the anime, and this to me does like every other Naruto game that I've seen. I think it's a compilation of all of them put together, but I could be wrong. But it's Naruto, so those of you out there who like Naruto, I'm sure are going to be checking this one, are pretty hyped for this one, so good for you guys.
Can't defeat me. No matter what you become, I will always love you.
The Hokage is the person who walks in front of everyone and bears all the pain.
With this power, I will establish perfect order.
What you describe is nothing more than oppression through force and fear.
My frail little brother.
No. I do not wish to fight you, elder brother.
Absolutely.
The next two games that they showed were Baldur's Gate and Wayfinder, and I've heard of Baldur's Gate. I don't know anyone who actually plays Baldur's Gate, but good for you guys. I guess you guys are getting more Baldur's Gate. Not exactly sure what to feel about this one. It looks outdated, but it's for people out there, I guess. They pulled out Wayfinder. I don't know what this is, to be honest. It's another game I feel like just wrong time to be showing. It looks very generic. I'm definitely not going to be checking this one out. There's a beta if you guys want to check it out. Alright, and then this was probably the most hyped that I was during this announcement, which is kind of sad to say because these are two games that were already announced and were already new coming. But my boys at Capcom brought out 3 new characters for Street Fighter 6. Definitely hyped for that one. I'm very excited for Street Fighter 6, and these 3 characters look playable. I do think the art style for some of them are a little off. Like Zangief looks, I don't know, maybe I'm a little off at this one, but he looks fatter that I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing him shredded. So for him to be like so big but like kind of fat is funny to see. They put clothes on Cammy. That's nice. She needed some clothes. Good for her. And then they showed off Lily, who looks pretty interesting. Looks like a new unique type character. So I'm pretty excited for that. But I think I was the most hyped to see Resident Evil 4 remake. Man, this game looks amazing. I think I'm most hyped for this game out of anything next month. And it just looks like so much fun. All the stuff that they did to it looks amazing. The gameplay looks like next level Resident Evil, and I can't wait to see not only what Resident Evil 4 does in this remake to change up what we already expect, but also what they can take from this game and put into like Resident Evil 9 or Resident Evil 10 or moving forward if they're going to like pull from this game as like an example of what Resident Evil is going to be moving forward. So yeah, all in all, this was probably the most hyped I was. Then the final game that they showed, the main event, the highlight, what was supposed to be their big blowout going out of this state of play, was Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. And this is a game that I've been mixed about. I love Rocksteady as a developer. Everything they did with the Arkham series was super fun. And I do really like the Suicide Squad IP. And the idea of trying to kill what's usually your superhero sounded really fun to me. When I first saw this trailer back a couple years ago, I don't know what I was expecting, but I think I was expecting something more Arkham story heavy. And then what we got was such a generic shooter Fortnite type game that looks more like a mobile live service. It looks like they just used the Suicide Squad Justice League skins and they put them on different models that don't really fit the idea of this. And it's so jarring to see the gameplay after seeing their cutscenes because they're just so night and day different. It looks like they had one people develop the cutscenes and another team developed the actual gameplay, and it's just, I'm so baffled by this game. And it sucks because I want to be hyped for this game, and after seeing this, it's a no-go for me. I feel like after Xbox did their developer direct and then Nintendo had their direct, I don't know if I was just overhyped for this one, if I was expecting Sony to blow me away. But I was just so underwhelmed by the lack of content that they showed us. And I don't know if it was like, again, my anticipation, my expectations of Sony was a lot higher going into this than maybe it should have been. But it just disappointed on all fronts. There was like very little things that I felt like they showed that needed to be in this state of play. It makes you wonder, was the state of play even really necessary? But I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in this. Maybe people are super hyped about these games and I'm the crazy one. Yeah, let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this. Did you guys see a standout game that made you rush or buy a PS5? Or was just kind of a dud? I definitely don't think this is the last we're going to see of Sony. Obviously, they're going to come out with some showcases, some more state of plays throughout the year, and kind of just give people more things to be hyped about. I just feel like this was a really soft start to Sony's year, especially after Xbox and Nintendo did their things. All right, well, those are my final thoughts. With that, see you guys on the next video.